All right, good morning. What is going on, West USA Realty? My name is Keith Flynn. I'm the Director of Digital Marketing here at West USA Realty, and really excited to have you guys on for our Thursday morning 10 a.m. webinar on social media. We are going to be jumping into smart video, shooting smart video with your smartphone today. And so this is a fun one for me. I don't do it enough, and I know that for someone who doesn't have any apprehensions of being on video and making an ass of myself, I don't quite do video as much as I should. I have committed to doing more of it and tell myself every time, hey, let's shoot some more video, put some more content out there, personal branding. At the end of the day, you guys know that video, is a great form of communication. More of the content, more of the message is retained with video than any form of communication. So good class today. We'll fly through this one, not too much in the way of real live environment, but I've got some great slides, statistics for you, tactics, tips, tricks, things you can do to help implement and pivot to put video into your tool belt, into your marketing strategy. Like always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, feel free to email me. I'm Keith at westusa.com. That's Keith. And on the right hand side of your screen there is the question and answer panel. Feel free to jump in there. If you have any questions, concerns, jump in there and let me know what you're thinking. Clarifying questions, happy to help. And of course, there are the slides. Look at me elevating my game. Committed to exporting these slides into a PDF file for you, and they are uploaded into the panel there on your right. Feel free to download those and take those with you and implement that into your plan. So anyways, hey, before we get rocking and rolling, just like to always throw a shout out to our sponsors, our sponsors for today, Justin Frederick team, the Frederick team over at Fairway Mortgage. Awesome group of individuals over there. I gotta say firsthand knowledge. They recently just helped me with a refi, and we were able to get something in there and at a lower rate and dropped our PMI. So as a consumer, I'm excited about that, saving us a few bucks each month. And then in these unsure times, highly recommend. So great team over there. Thank you, Justin. Thank you guys for everything you do. Thank you for sponsoring. And of course, our friends over at American Title Agency, which just so happens to be my title agency when we closed last month. So all the guys over at American Title, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to them. Hit me up. I can get you in the right contact with those folks. But they're always there to help support our agents in any way they can, and certainly valued partners with us here at West USA. All right, so video. What are we going to be talking about? When it comes to video, it's not, again, like the apprehension really for a lot of folks is just doing it, And so I'm going to run through some statistics. Hopefully, it can create some value for you guys. You see the value in why you should do something, you're going to be more likely to do it. And so we'll run through some stats, talk about a video business card. Taking your 30-second elevator speech and putting that into a video format. That's an evergreen type of a video. It's going to live on your social media, in your cover photo, on your business page, on your website, in your Zillow, Google, wherever you put it. Video is working for you when you're asleep, doing your thing, living life, being a real estate agent. The video will give you a chance to live in all those digital properties and basically introduce yourself to your potential clients. Our customer base, our consumer base is more savvy than ever when it comes to using technology. If they're able to find you online, whether they come across your Facebook page, Instagram, you name it, they will learn about you and then feel comfortable working with you. And so a video business card is quick, easy to do, and I'll give you some tips, tricks on that, how to work it. What should you include in that video business card, how to create one, the technical aspect of it, the gear, and of course, where should that video live? And we'll go through that as well. And then there's some cool editing apps. I've got a few apps for you guys you can use on your device, on your phone, to edit video, and not only for your business card, but any and all video at all. And a number of different videos you should be doing as a real estate agent. And the most important thing is we all have awesome devices in our hands already. So if you own a smartphone, you can create video. In fact, I've been doing some some new cell phone shopping myself with the new iPhone 12 coming out later in probably September, like they typically do from Apple. A lot of the entry level, some of the powerhouse phones out there now, the iPhone 11, the 11 Pro, the Max, have some amazing computing processing speeds in there, as well as fantastic cameras. So you guys already have the gear in your hand. It's just actually implementing it and getting rocking and rolling and doing it for yourself. So just some quick stats. 5 years ago, so we are well past that now, into that fifth, sixth year. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook said that majority of the content will be video that we see on social media, and it is. It's you scroll through every other video, every other post seems to be a video on social media. Again, because video is so powerful. And the most important thing I want you guys to remember is these social media platforms want video. They reward video. If you're shooting video, you're posting video, you're using video for your marketing needs, they will reward you in the way of organic growth. They will cast out your video to more of your followers, more of your audience than any other form of advertising or any other form of posts, whether written word or a still static image. So find a way to get video into your marketing efforts. 45% of the people who watch video, watching more than an hour of it on Facebook or YouTube videos each week. That's a lot of video, and especially as we're starting to cut the cord, we're not subscribing to our traditional forms of TV. We're using a lot of streaming, YouTube, you name it. So people are consuming their content, their news. I think I watch more news clips through Facebook than I do on going to, any of the major mainstream media. Oh, fake news. Anyways, any of the other outlets that are out there, I tend to find mine through and do my homework on social media. 87% of online marketers use video content. It's true. Anyone who's in business, has a product or service, they're using video to get their message out there. 60% of those people who use Instagram learns about a product or service for the first time through it. And so, again, social media is the number one vehicle for people to find out and do their homework about you and your service. 25 to 35-year-old, that's our millennials. The age group, they're watching the most amount of content online. Millennials are just consuming content on their cell phone, their personal devices, their iPads, their Kindles, more now than ever. And so if your target audience is your millennial, which is your largest first-time home buyer, again, definitely advantageous for you to have video and get your message out there. Over half the video content is viewed on a mobile device, as I just mentioned. 92% of mobile video viewers share videos with others. Hey, I can attest to this one. I see a funny video, whether it's a cat video or a dog video or a new product, a Kickstarter device that's coming out, a clip from one of the funny, late night news shows, any number of topics, video topics you can think of. I'm constantly sharing, dropping in that link into a direct message, sharing that with the audience or my friends. And of course, that's how things become very viral. So if you or someone you know is looking to purchase a home in the next 6 months to a year, and you come across a real estate agent who's putting out great high value content about the industry, about the market, about the neighborhood, about the house, the chances better is going to be that you're going to get your content shown. So that's fantastic. Native video on Facebook is 10 times higher, has a 10 times higher reach compared to YouTube links. So if you're someone who, the old school thought is grab the link from YouTube and then you drop it into a post, Facebook actually would rather you take your original content, any videos that you make, and upload that directly to their platform. They will reward you. So I get a lot of agents who ask me, where should I post my content, my video? You should definitely have a YouTube channel in addition to having your main Facebook page, and that's where your video will live. Anyone doing Facebook Live, those videos will record and live in or on your main page. And so that'll help you too with their algorithm and getting more exposure for your videos. Viewers, as I mentioned, retain 95% more of the message when they watch that video compared to 10% for text read. So if you see anybody who's just dropping in text message or texting in general on a post, not going to get anywhere. Facebook's just not going to reward you because they want to enhance the user experience for their consumer. And so people love video. They've showed it, statistically shown. Video is what it is. So Facebook will reward you as a business owner using it for your content. Okay, so what is a video business card? Number one, video business cards are going to allow you to introduce yourself, right? Hi, my name is Keith Flynn. I'm a real estate agent here at West USA Realty, and I've been an agent for over 15 years, servicing the North Valley. While I can help you in any part of the United States or anywhere in the state of Arizona, my focus is Paradise Valley or North Phoenix. Very familiar with the areas, sit on a board for a number of HOAs, whatever your spiel is, whatever your value proposition, great way to introduce yourself and establish and gain trust with your potential client. Immediately, they're going to see, hey, you're comfortable with who you are, what you do, lend your expertise and why you can help them as an agent and how you can help them with the sale or purchase of their home. And then also a great way for them to learn more about who you are. And a classic, who, what, when, where, why, who you are, what you do, where you do it, where's your area of focus. And then also when I say area, not so much geographical, but also what is the topics that you like to cover. Are you into helping with flip homes, probate, distressed sellers, investors, land, commercial? Here at West USA Realty, we're really excited and proud to say that we offer our agents the ability to service many different types of the real estate transaction. And that could be residential, commercial, land, you name it. And so we are a full service house. And then you obviously, if you have that experience, you can lend that to your video business card as well. Again, establishing trust, credibility, and why one should pick you as an agent. But most importantly, I pride myself, especially for someone who has low self-esteem, I like to be likable. So video gives you the opportunity to showcase your comfortability, your knowledge base, and again, establish likability. If I'm watching a video of someone and I say, hey, you know what, he seems very likable, got great dad jokes, whatever the case may be, whatever is going to establish the trust and likability for you, you can convey that in a video. And that's why a video is so powerful for you. So breaking down the business card video into a little bit more of specifics. When I say who you are, introduce yourself, talk about the credibility and your experience. Really share with them, maybe something funny about your experience in getting your license, or what you've, what the overarching theme, what it's been like to be a real estate agent, and what about you being an agent would really benefit the seller or buyer in the process. What is your area of expertise? I mentioned the benefits of your service. Mention beside yourself, go out and venture out to who do you work with? Who's your title rep, your lending officer? Do you work with a trusted home inspection company or home warranty, or anybody in the process, in the home buying and selling process that you work with? Even though they're technically not your teammates, they are an extension of who you are and the services you provide. So use that opportunity to brag a little bit about them, and so that when someone decides to hire you on as their agent, they know they're getting a full suite of powerful and experienced individuals for the process. Where are you located? How far is your geographical reach? Maybe you focus on the White Mountain area. Maybe you're someone who pivots in the summertime and you help with home rentals up in the northern Arizona. Maybe you're someone who focuses more on the Fountain Hills area, Tucson, whatever. Let them know where you're comfortable with. And if you've been here for umpteen years, like I have, I remember the days when Bell Road was 2 lanes each way or 1 lane each way and no sidewalks, farmland out there is as far as the eye can see, and it's evolved over the years. And so share a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about your history and what you're familiar with when it comes to locations in the Phoenix area. Why should someone choose you over anyone else? So the wow factor, right? I know I've talked about this before in other webinars. What's your wow factor, right? What is the differentiating factor between you and another agent? Why should someone choose you over your competitor? And this is an awesome opportunity for you to maybe include a quick video testimonial as well from your past clients. If you're someone who doesn't feel comfortable speaking about yourself, then you can let them know in the video, hey, it's okay to be human. I don't feel comfortable sharing about myself so much, but why don't I have some of my past clients do it for me? Here's, Barbara and Jean or whatever sharing a testimonial, and they can send you a quick video clip that you can use in your introduction video. And then how can they reach you? At the very end of your video, like all your videos, you should definitely be sharing a call to action. What do you want them to do? Hey, give me a call. If you have any questions, hit me up in the direct message, send me an email. Here's my email address. Here's my phone number. And then with some of the video apps that I have shown you, or I will show you, the editing apps, you can quickly and easily add an overlay at the bottom, at the footer there, like you would see in a news segment, your phone number, email address, website, and how they can get in touch with you. Bonus item for you guys when it comes to your video, share a success story. Maybe it's a before and after. What are your top FAQs? What are the top most frequently asked questions that you get? And let them know what those are and then quickly answer those. And if they are lengthy, maybe that would be 3 additional videos that you could do to add to your back pocket of your archive. Hey, I get this question a lot, so why not put it into a video format? And then when you meet people for the first time or they're doing their homework about you, now you can direct them to your YouTube channel or to your Facebook page, and you have a video archive of all these top questions that you've answered. Because let's be honest here, you guys are answering these questions all the time, and whether it's something you answered yesterday or last week or 2 years ago, if the question is relevant and the answer really hasn't changed, and nor does it, get it on video. Get that archived, because people are doing homework on you when you're asleep, when you're doing your thing, and they're learning. So when they do have a chance to get together and you have that initial conversation or contact, Zoom call, lunch, coffee at Starbucks, whatever the case may be, they already feel like they know you that much more. And so you guys can really establish rapport, credibility, and get to what it is, why they hired you, and that's to sell a home. So number 3, how to create the video. Now, here's some tips for you guys. Whittle these down. They're going to be different for everybody. So I really didn't map out like this is what you need to say. This is how you need to do it. But when it comes to creating a video, and I say number 1 here, plan your script. Unless you're a really good reader, I would not script your video. I would do bullet points. I would write out the obviously the top 4, what, where, when, why, how. And then kind of give yourself a quick paraphrased answer, how you're going to answer that. Read through that several times, flip the camera on, again, read through it, get comfortable with at least the timeline, or at least the chronological order of how you want to address what, where, when, why, and then go into your video and start to work through some of the vernacular, getting comfortable in front of it to the point where the camera's not even really there. You're just having a conversation with somebody in regards to who you are. And like I mentioned, memorizing your script, your bullet points is probably not, at least your bullet points, but not so much the actual word for word. You want to come off genuine. You want to come off authentic and relax, have good energy. They call it 10xing your energy. Professionals who really elevate their energy on camera, while it may feel a little awkward to you, trust me, it does translate into the video, and it's more natural when you see it. May not feel that way to you, but of course, stay away from being crazy like this guy in the photo, but 10x your energy. Get excited, show that you're excited. And while I don't have the luxury of video with you guys here on the webinar this morning, I have the use of my voice. And so while you can't see me, I'm moving my hands, I'm sitting upright in the chair, I'm energized, I'm emphasizing certain words, and because that is much more pleasurable to listen to, especially when you want to watch it and see it on a video. All right, so number 2, make a shot list. So you've got your bullet points. I want to talk about, who I am, what I do, where I do it, and then why I should choose me. Number 2, now talk about your shot list. Whether you're going to shoot this whole thing in one scene, so maybe I'm going to do the whole 30-second video in the kitchen, newly remodeled kitchen, or the backyard with a beautiful pool, or in front of the house, is completely up to you. But a little bit of life hack that I like to share with everybody, and I think this is brilliant because I've seen a lot of agents do this, is they go into a new build, a model home, beautiful home, already staged. It's got all the bells and whistles, just looks brilliant, great lighting. We know the power's on, that's for sure, right? So we don't want to do this in an empty house or someone's open house. We want to shoot this in a beautifully staged home. Look, at the end of the day, your consumer, your audience member is probably not going to put two and two together and figure out like, oh, that's a model home. They're not really representing that house. There's no reason why you can't sell it, stage it, right? So go into an open house, grab yourself a tripod, go into yourself a new build, set it up, and go through your script, your bullet points, right? Like they do when they shoot a music video. Typically, what they'll do is they'll shoot a music video in 3, 4, 5 different shots, whether it's at a stadium or near the ocean, wherever you choose to be your location. They'll shoot it several times, and then they'll go back and edit that video in, and the who is one place, the where is another place, the why is somewhere else. And if you want to get crazy like that, that's a fun thing to do, but keep it simple. Just choose a location or two within a home, and then you can shoot the exterior, interior, backyard, and then of course the kitchen. Some other agents I know who have gotten better with, like everything, the more you practice with your editing, they'll actually start off with themselves in front of a home. Hi, my name's Keith. I'm a real estate agent here with West USA Realty in the Phoenix area. And I wanted to take an opportunity to introduce myself and share a little bit about why I'm an agent and how I would be a great agent for you. They'll keep talking, but then the shots will go to like the back of a home or a neighborhood or in the kitchen. And so it's not just you, the talking head, but it's also, you starting off in the shot. You're narrating, talking about you as you kind of showcase some of the homes you may have worked with. Maybe you're just curating video and doing home tours, and you use that as what they call B-roll. And then it comes back to your final headshot again of you wrapping up and giving your value proposition or a call to action. So however you want to work it, there's a lot of different techniques and methods. I recommend going to YouTube. If you jump on YouTube and find out what other real estate agents are doing in the way of open house videos, introduction videos, a ethical life hack is find something that speaks to you. See or find a video that another agent has done, and then take it and break it down and reproduce that video, but of course with you in it, with your words, your expertise, your value propositions, and of course your call to actions. That is a very ethical way of life hacking something. I've done that on many cases where it's like I'm stuck. I really don't know what I want to do. So I'll just try to find something that somebody else is doing that I think is brilliant or that I can do, and then I'll go and reproduce it. Of course, making it my own. So that's a little tool for you guys to use. Do a little homework, find out what's working, what's not, and then you can go from there. So a couple things to look out for when you're shooting your video. Some smart techniques that you can use in order to implement when you're creating your videos. Make sure that your background has depth. Don't shoot against the wall. Try not to stay away from flat walls. Stay away from you being up against a tree or a bush. We want to create depth. And if you'll notice in the first photo there, the young lady is center, and the camera obviously focuses on her and it creates some depth. So that naturally draws the eye to the focal point, the person in the video, so there's no distractions. And then, so that's a great technique for you to use. And a couple of friends of mine in the industry who are professional photographers obviously have shared that with me, and you want to stay away from a flat wall. There's another technique. It's very popular and one that you can use, especially if you're interviewing somebody. Maybe you have a loan officer, title rep, somebody from your team that you want to do a little introduction video or a quick interview with, is the rule of thirds. Now, for you guys on your smart device, if you go in, or your smart device, your smartphone, if you go into your settings, it's probably different for a lot of us considering what type of phone we're using, whether it's iPhone or an Android. But if you go into your settings and you go to your camera for your settings, okay, where the heck is it? Display, camera, video, it's gonna be down here. Get into your camera settings and you can turn on, there it is. You can turn on the grid. There is a grid toggle, and when you turn on the grid, that gives you the thirds. So 3 rows, 3 columns you see there on your screen. That that grid allows you an easier way to remember the rule of thirds. And notice there, probably in the bottom right-hand corner, if anyone here is an Office fan, that is Jim. Jim's sitting over there, and you want to position the interviewee so that the lines somewhat cross over the center between the eyes and the nose, right there in the T-zone. Offset like that is more aesthetically pleasing, and it allows you to do any overlays. So whether you're speaking on camera or you're interviewing somebody, if they are a little bit off right to the third there, the right third or the left third, you free up some space on the side there that allows you for overlays. So if you got a logo, phone number, email address, that can pop up later in your video, and you can use that space, much like if you would see like on a news show or on late night TV show, or late night shows, the satire shows. They obviously can use that panel on the right hand side, and that's where the pop up overlays and there's video and so on. So kind of remember that rule, and you'll be good to go. So gear, I get this question a lot, and I can go in depth because I've tried a lot of different gear. We've had a lot of gear here at the brokerage. I've had agents bring gear into classes. And while gear is important because it can help you elevate your production quality, it's not a necessity. So I always like to preface this slide with, don't get hung up in having all this gear. Most importantly, is practicing with what you have and using your smart device where you have it. So number one is, obviously, if you're a solo entrepreneur, you're by yourself, having a tripod will help, because if you always just, never really anyone else around, or you're a team member, tripods are important. Whether it's a small little 3-inch desktop tripod or a traditional tripod that goes up to 5 or 6 feet, it's completely up to you. Amazon, by far, I have found to have the best prices, the best reviews, and of course, it's backed by Amazon. So if there's any concerns, you can always return it. If you are a Prime member, of course, you get 2-day free shipping, and of course, no tax as well. Well, sometimes there's tax, but at the end of the day, you can find the best deals on Amazon. And I know when it comes to a tripod, there's a lot of choices out there. What I've seen to be very successful, the tripods I've seen to be very successful are the ones that have their telescoping. So not only is it kind of like a selfie stick, but then it will actually telescope up and be about 5 feet tall, and then they come with a Bluetooth remote. I think it's like $20 or under on Amazon, so completely doable and cost effective. Highly recommend getting a tripod. Lighting is another big one, especially if you're going to be in an open house, if you're doing a walk and talk or a virtual home tour, but the home may not have the power on, so lighting could be an issue. Highly recommend looking in. They sell 2 lighting packages. They have a single lighting package. They're really popular now are the ring lights, the circular 18-inch ring lights. Fairly inexpensive on Amazon, and they dim. And they also have ones with battery packs, meaning that you don't need to plug them in. You can charge the battery. They just snap onto the back of the light, and then you're completely mobile to go where you need to go throughout the house. And if you're dealing with low lighting or no electricity, that can totally help you out in the video creation process. And they also have lights that clamp onto your phone too. So they have a little 3 or 4 inch circular light that clamps onto the phone, and that could help out too in low light situations as well. Microphone is important if you're going to be doing any audio, especially for you guys now. This whole COVID-19 thing has really forced us to pivot. And I've actually had more people more now than ever reach out in regards to, video technique, using Zoom, implementing video into your home buying and selling process. We're doing virtual home tours now. Had a class on that one about last month. Really important. So if you want to elevate your microphone game, they have lavalier mics in the upper right-hand corner there, $14-15. Some of the more expensive ones can get up there in range, but you can get yourself an inexpensive lavalier mic with a long cord on it, clip that onto the lapel of your shirt, and not only for video, but also for anything you're doing microphone wise. If you want to kill some of that ambient sound, maybe you're shooting a video in an open house that happens to be right off the freeway or a major intersection, so there's a lot of road noise. You can use these mics to really increase the quality of your audio. And I know a lot of agents, and I get it, are apprehensive about being in front of the camera. And so what they'll do is they'll do a walk and talk, or they'll walk through the home and then go back and create a voiceover and then narrate what the viewer is seeing. And then they'll use a microphone to get a nice, crisp, clear quality sound. So, and my last toy that I like, my favorite one is the gimbal, bottom right-hand corner there. There's also one on the left, the floating gimbal. That is a 3-access point device that charges up, and those are little motors in the joints of your access, and that allows your camera, your smartphone, to float. So it really takes a lot of that shake, a lot of the shaking and the movement out of the phone, and gives you a clear, smooth, cinematic feel as you walk through the home. I'm sure we've all seen those home tours before you hire professionals and they come in with the rig and they have, they've got slide rails and they're using a more advanced floating gimbal. Those things used to be very expensive, and they only made them for some of your larger DSLR cameras, but now they've got them for smartphones. And in fact, I use a EVO gimbal. It's called a shift, a gimbal shift. I think it's like $120 on Amazon right now. Definitely come down in price. My wife just bought one though, $89. So super inexpensive investment, and to really elevate the quality of your video. And especially if you're doing open home tours, virtual home tours now, and you're doing live video, walking through a home, you can really elevate your game, guys, with that one. And then, of course, that rig on the left has a boom mic and a light, a little more advanced, but you can add on some cool stuff and just become an all-in-one little production house there when it comes to your smartphone. So just some options there for you. If you have any questions or about specifics, email me, Keith@westusa.com. Got a lot of things that I've learned from other agents that are using, a lot of other gimbals that have come down in price. And then, of course, they all come with software or an app you can download, and that teaches you how to use it. And so, like anything, the more you put into it, you're going to get out of it. And it just takes some practice. Walk around your house with the gimbal. I literally just did this with my wife the other day because she's doing some stuff at a hospital. Said walk around the house, film our house. You learn how it pivots, learn how it pans, and get used to it so that when you're out there in the real world, you're putting out your best product possible. All right. So no questions so far. Good. I must be an amazing communicator and teacher, so thank you for that. I'm only kidding. Let's go to number 4, post-production, right? Compiling your video and putting this all together. An app called InShot is relatively free, but then there's a pro plan. Like everything, they'll give you like a free access to some stuff. But if you want to use some of the more advanced tools, they have obviously a subscription base or for $3-4 a month. But at the end of the day, compare what it would cost for you to what's the word I'm looking for? To send this out to have somebody else do it. Can get very expensive. And so if you're going to be doing it yourself, InShot is a really popular app that's used right now. You can download that in both your Android and your Apple iTunes account. Trim the video, which is nice. You can see there through some of the screenshots. Trimming the video is real easy, so you can take the front and the back end off of it. Removing any of the middle parts, so maybe you had a hiccup or you dropped the phone, you can clip your videos in the center as well. You can split your videos, you can merge them, which is nice, and of course you can adjust the speed. So maybe you want to make the pan shot in the backyard a little more of a slow-mo. InShot allows you to adjust the speed, which is really cool. And as I mentioned, once your video is all done, you can do a voiceover and record a audio track, an audio bed underneath the video. And so you can narrate what it is you're doing and tell more of the story. Filmora is both an app and a desktop version for your Android users. They have a lot of different cool stuff. It's pretty much an all-in-one professional tool that you can use to create a ton of different things for your videos. And again, pretty much the same thing. You can trim, cut, you can add music. They've got some cool transitions. They even do a picture-in-picture. So if you want to take it to that next level, you totally can. Again, baby steps. Work with just getting a nice end-to-end shot, intro, outro, and then you do an overlay at the end, make any adjustments you can. That does offer as well. But they have templates, which is really cool, and effects. So if you ever wanted to template something out, for both YouTube, Facebook, or your mobile device. Really fun and a really popular app that I've been seeing for Android users. And the last one here is Spark. Spark Camera Video Editor. This is a completely different take on editing video that I've seen with traditional editing. This one's good for a lot of like influencers, social media wise, but much like if anyone messed around with Vine back in the day, Vine was a tap the screen, recording starts, let your finger off, recording stops. So you are there's not a hit record and then you walk away from it. This one's a little bit different, but the way that captures the video is to tap on the screen, and as you record, each of your clips is recorded in a different color. You can then go into a setting and then just drag the bubbles, which represent your clips, and you can rearrange their order. So it's it's a much more intuitive use of editing video. But of course, you can add music, you can do voiceovers with this one as well, which is really fun. And you can then share the video directly to your Instagram account. So for all you power users from Instagram, this is a great way to edit clips and videos, add music, and use for your Instagram stories. And of course, then last year, uploading your video. Where are we going to put our video when it comes to social media? As I mentioned, number one, Facebook's still the largest. It's the third most visited website on the internet, next to Google and YouTube. So at the end of the day, hands down, Facebook still your number one social media platform, regardless of what you've heard. If anyone says, "Oh, no one's on Facebook anymore," no, there still are. There are 2.5 billion users in the U.S., approaching up 100 million active users. And on a daily basis on Facebook, folks are logging on 6 to 10 times a day, consuming almost 40 minutes of Facebook content. So again, still a good place and the number one place for you guys to be as real estate agents and quite frankly, as any business owners. YouTube, definitely want to have a YouTube channel. I think, in fact, I think I might do, I think we're going to do a webinar on that soon. Let me make a note here and we'll do a webinar on creating a YouTube channel, because YouTube, second most searched search engine next to Google. If you don't know, Google owns YouTube. So naturally, whenever you're performing a search for something, you're going to get both a search result for content, websites, and videos if there's one that's applicable. So if you're creating videos in regards to Scottsdale real estate, up and coming neighborhoods, refi, distress, lenders, whatever your topic is, if your topic's around those areas, people are doing a search for them, your video can come up. And obviously, you are doing an awesome job of marketing yourself. And then Vimeo is another one. Vimeo is more for, it's very high definition, 4K, 1080p video producers. Vimeo started out with a lot of graphic videographers and using that platform. I don't see a lot in the way. Most agents are sticking with Facebook and YouTube. But I mentioned Vimeo because if you're just going to spend several $100s to have a really nice home tour done, drones and beautiful luxury backyard, could be a good place for you to upload your high quality video as well. And of course, your industry specifics. Don't forget about Zillow Premier. If you're a Zillow Premier agent, you've got a Premier profile, you're paying a little extra dollars for Zillow to have a Premier account. Realtor.com, your website. I know a lot of folks using BombBomb. Those are other places that you can use and upload your video, again, to just completely saturate and make sure your digital footprint is all in place. Those other locations are best for you to make sure that your video, especially your introduction video, your who are you introduction video, is where you want it to live. Remember what I said about Facebook? Again, native videos on Facebook are 10 times much more higher reach compared to YouTube. And just a little history behind that. Facebook doesn't really like it when people leave their platform. So anytime, in addition to video, anytime you copy and paste a link in from an external website, whether it's the Arizona Republic or the Business Journal, Inman, any of your websites that have blogs, content, video, when you drop a link onto Facebook, they will obviously share that content information with your viewers, with your audience, but not as organically as they would as if the video itself lived on Facebook. So they're going to reward you when you upload original content. So again, as I mentioned, if you ever shoot video, not only upload it to your Facebook, your main Facebook page for your business, so it lives there, but then also you make sure it's on your YouTube channel as well. So, all right. So I put together 5 essential videos for you guys. These are you don't have to be doing all 5. Now, if you're able to do all 5, that's awesome. Rock it out. But if you can't do all 5, at least pick 1 or 2 of these each month. And these are some essential videos that you guys should definitely be doing to help establish trust, credibility, likability for you and your game. Number 1, monthly interview, team partner, vendor. If you're on a team, if not, maybe you interview someone from a brokerage. Maybe hit up. Don't tell them I told you this, but hit up your managing broker and see if they'll maybe do a quick 1 or 2 question segment with you. But again, an opportunity for you to do an interview to showcase the people around you who would help support you in your endeavors. Maybe do a video 3, 5, 7 mistakes or things you should be doing around to avoid buying a house in the summertime or the winter. Maybe this is myths. 3, 5, 7 myths about the home buying process, about renting, or if you're a renter, why you think you can't qualify to buy, or you're gonna pay less money to buy. So there's a number of different things you can do, but those are quick little videos that you can knock out and do on a monthly basis when it comes to video content. Whoops. Back it up. All right. Monthly home improvement. So again, here you can provide value for your buyer. After the contract, after the deal is done, you can still provide value to your past clients by partnering with a contractor. Maybe it's a landscaper, someone that is influential in the home remodeling business. What is one thing that I can do to improve the value, to increase the value of my home? So now you're providing content for your past clients as well, and still but still continuing the relationship and staying top in mind with your past clients as well, so that when they do have a need, they will remember you, and you've continued to provide them value as well. Monthly influencer interviews for people in your community. I think this is a fantastic one, and one that I just don't see it done enough is get out there and talk to your school principal, small business owner, crossing guard, nonprofit, food bank, church member, community member, anybody and anyone that is local to your neighborhood, that's been there for a while, that adds value to why one would want to move into the neighborhood. Get them on camera. You're going to establish yourself as the neighborhood expert. You're going to establish yourself as the mayor, and people are going to love that. And they're going to really see that, you do know what you're talking about. You are someone who's in the community, and these videos are a great way to convey that. And here's the bonus thing too. If you get someone on camera with you, naturally they're going to want to share that video with their friends and family as well, because you obviously interviewed them. And so they're going to want to pass it. Hey, check it out. I did this interview with an agent. We're talking about the 3 top menu items at the pizzeria, and maybe you guys work out a coupon code so that they see this video, come on in, mention, coupon code Keith when you come in. Then that way you are doing a little bit of help with the small business owner. You're showing him some love, her some love, and then they'll come in and obviously redeem the coupon. But again, they're going to share that with their friends and family, and that's only going to help you with exposure. So it'll only help you get the word out that you're an agent. And then the hope is someone will see that video and say, you know what, hey, they put out great content. Look at all the other content they've done. And now you've got an audience member, you've got a follower who is going to stay abreast of what's happening with you in the community. And then last one there, monthly, how is the market? Right? What's happening in the market? This is changing day by day, week by week. The last month we noticed that home valuations went up by 8%. The largest sale price was 1.2. The lowest was like 270. And then talk about what's happening in the neighborhood. Maybe there's some new expansion, new growth, rental communities going in, apartments, new grocer. What's happening in the market, what's happening with the statistics in the area, and then you can segue that into any loan modifications or any lending type stuff, or any initiatives that are out there that someone could take advantage of. And then you can tease the video with stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to have Justin from Fairway Mortgage is going to be on here with me, and we're going to talk about maybe you can qualify some things you may not have thought about before the past. yada, yada, yada. So, those are some 5 videos, essentials that you guys could do each and every month. Space those out. Get yourself an editorial calendar when it comes to shooting these videos and list out Monday is going to be this, Wednesday is going to be that, Friday will be this, and then get yourself some lead time. That way you can start working on the logistics of the video. You get yourself some stuff in the can, some video in the can 30 days out, and now you've got yourself some lead time, and you're working on putting out some really good content. Other reasons to shoot video, I mean, they're endless, really. But testimonial videos are huge. Maybe you get if they're comfortable, ask your agent or ask your seller or buyer, hey, would you mind just giving me a quick little 30-second, testimonial on what your experience was working with me, how working with me benefited you, especially if they had an agent before you, and they weren't getting anybody in the house. It was on market for 6 months. But after working with you and they took some of your tips and tricks and ideas for curb appeal, decluttering, decluttering, or neutralizing, or whatever, the help to sell the home based on your expertise and feedback. Great testimonial right there, and get that on camera. Neighborhood tours, as I mentioned, establishing shots. What's great about the neighborhood? Hiking, biking, convenience to walk to a bakery, you name it. Listing videos, naturally, just listed, just sold. This is a new home. This is what it looks like. This is where it's at. Reach out to me or if anyone would like to see it, happy to help. Nonprofit in the community, as I mentioned, outreach videos, especially now more than ever. We are all, staying in contact with one another. What can we do to help you? This is an awesome opportunity for you to be a connector in your community, someone who's aware of the resources that are available for anyone that's in a community that may be struggling still with this outbreak. And then you could use video as a way to communicate what you're doing to make a difference. Announcing Zoom community forum, right? Hey, let's do a Zoom call with a neighborhood. Maybe you're jump in a closed group on a Facebook, and you announce you're going to do a Zoom community call. Like, let's all just get on Zoom and chat. Doesn't have to be a bitch session, doesn't have to be negative, but frame it that it's an opportunity for us to get together and connect and talk about the concerns and the things that are making our community good, and things that we can improve on. And then, you are facilitating that. So everyone's going to learn about you. You have a chance to introduce yourself, and then you can obviously build your business at scale a lot faster than you would getting out there and shaking hands, which we're all avoiding anyways right now. So using video as a way to communicate, get your message out there at scale quickly, and build your CRM and your database. And then, of course, I mentioned dispel myths. Anything that people have made myths about the buying and selling process. First-time home buyers, maybe do a video specifically speaking to your first-time home buyers. So live video, as I mentioned, live video is huge right now, especially with all the things that we're doing to work around the restrictions that we have in place right now with the current environment. But live video gets a lot of attention. And as I mentioned, Facebook loves live videos. YouTube has live video now. Instagram has live video. And I know LinkedIn's even testing it as well. So definitely a way for you to create and increase online engagement and immediate feedback with your audience. Since you're in a live environment, you can get likes, comments, elicit questions. Hey, what are you guys doing? What do you guys think? People are in a live format, and so they're going to naturally communicate with you, and you'll get response instantly, which is awesome. Facebook, number one, live video for Facebook is number one. Recognizable social media channel that can get more eyes on the home. So if you're doing an open home tour, a live virtual tour, people are in the comfort of their home, relaxing, and then they're able to see that home and not feel like they have to go out there. And especially if you have a seller who may be a little bit apprehensive about having money in the house right now, this could be a way for you to alleviate and alleviate the need for people to be there. They can see the home at a safe distance. So I got a question from Dustin. What were some more influencer ideas? So influencer ideas, if I jump back to that slide for you real quick, Dustin, I know when it comes to, being a neighborhood influencer, being someone who can really showcase their skill set and their real estate expertise, the number one thing that I think that agents can benefit from is really just showcasing a neighborhood and showcasing a community. And whether you start 30,000 foot, you talk about Phoenix in general, and maybe you mention a few, tourist destinations or landmarks or places that people can visit, or when they get here, things they can do. And then you can get down hyper niched into a community from there. Go Phoenix, and go North Terra, and then you can get into nightlife, shopping, dining, whatever the case may be. But being an influencer in a neighborhood means you have a full grasp and an understanding of the intricacies of the high schools, the elementary schools, the parks, recreation, nightlife, restaurants. You're on a first name basis with the owner of Limon, and that the number one item on there is street tacos. Jose is the man. He's the owner over there, and I know this because I always like to talk to the small business owners because they need our support now and over. So promote local first. Be an influencer and promote local first. Talk about who's local in the area that's been here for a while. What's their story? Why did they choose this area? Do they have other locations? And then get it going there from there. Nonprofit, I know is near and dear to our heart and our family. Nonprofit needs our help more now than ever because a lot of their services they're providing are being taxed right now because more now than ever, we're relying on them, whether it's, food boxes, someone to help a senior citizen find, go grocery shopping, food banks in summertime, especially because we're always so focused on the community at Christmas time. The holiday time is when we're going to donate, go get a turkey or donate turkeys. But those shelves are pretty bare in the summer times. And even though the holidays come and go once in a year, if people in need, that's a daily thing for them. And so we need to remember that we can, hey, don't let up. It's hot out there right now. Let's do a water drive. I've partnered with my loan and title rep, and we're going to do a water drive. And for every case of water you deliver, you get entered into a raffle, and then we're going to do a gift basket or something. So think outside the box. Find who around you can help you with your video endeavors. And when it comes to video, the more on the video, the funner, the more fun. You have a lot of fun with it. Get some people on camera with you, or maybe you guys each do a video and then you splice them all together and you do a montage of what can they do to help their community members in the neighborhood. So email me, Dustin, Keith@westusa.com. If I didn't answer your question, or I can brainstorm some other ideas for you. We definitely got a lot of them. So minimal time investment for potential buyers. There's no travel involved, right? When we do live video, we can do it from home. It's easy to contact you. It's easy to learn more about what the home has in the way of needs. And we could do this from the comfort of our home and watching a video. Maybe you do a Zoom call with an agent, so it's not live, so you don't need everybody in there. But a potential buyer, you do a Zoom call and you take them through, answer their questions, showcase the house, and again, maintain your social distancing, which is awesome for now, at least. And of course, all of your live videos will record and save directly to your Facebook page, and so those archive. Anyone who comes across you wants to learn more about you will see those past videos, and again, see that you know what you're talking about. That is what we call social proof. That you are, in fact, acknowledged, and here's video to back it up. And so, of course, at the end of the day, most importantly, you're building your brand and your social presence, right? We're building our brand. I'm learning about you before I meet you, or I'm reinforcing what I know about you. And then when we get together, or when we do get into the initial stages of the process, they just feel great about working with you, and they already have established rapport with them. So there's two kinds of live videos. We're almost done. Hang tight with me, guys. There's two kinds of live videos that you can do when it comes to an open house. Number one is a live walk and talk through an open house. So creating and inviting an atmosphere in the home, and then take your audience in there with you. They're online. Take them into the home, and then they can see the home in its entirety. Make sure to tell them the basics of the house, the essentials, the places, anything that's been remodeled. Take them through the kitchen, anything that's been done, open floor concept, remodel to the backyard. Pool was drained and Pebble Tech was fixed. Have all of your notes and everything about the home, like you should anyways as a good agent. And then while you're live with them, call them out by name. Hey, Keith, what do you think of this home? When you love to live or have a beautiful pool decking like this and sit out back, could you guys see yourself sitting out here at the pool? Ask some questions and get them to like, comment, share, love the video. Engage them in questions as you're talking with them. At the beginning, hey, everybody chime in. Where are you watching me from? Are you in Arizona? Or are you from out of state? Are you in Phoenix? Are you looking to sell or buy? Just get some little questions going. Because remember, that chat is going to live there for you. You can go back and see the conversations, the questions, and the answers that you are listening as you're on the call. You can go back in that video after the fact and then start to do your prospecting homework. Okay, Susie responded once, but she said she was, in Maryland. Okay, great. DM her. Hey, thank you again for watching the video. Not sure how much of you caught, but really appreciate you taking the time to watch our open house. I see you're from Maryland. Tell me a little bit more. How long have you lived there? So again, here you are establishing these relationships and you're building your relationships with your audience members. And then as you're getting the information, jump over and pop them into the CRM, get that relationship offline and start working your leads. I mean, again, they're just like, hey, great. I'm in North Phoenix thinking about moving to Tucson. Oh, great. I happen to have an agent down there who can work with you. But in the meantime, let me learn more about you. And there you go. You're off and running. Number 2 of your 2 versions of an open house. Number 2, go live from your home. This one's easy. Jump on the MLS, grab your photos, grab your video, grab your flyer, grab all your bullet points, all the ins and outs, the specifics of the home. Put those all together in a folder on your computer and then go live from your desktop, your computer, your iMac, your Mac Mini, whatever you're using, go live from your home and then share your screen. When you share your screen, jump into the folder and take people through the home. Maybe you can't get into that home. Maybe the homeowner doesn't want anybody in there right now, but you can get enough information from it and do a live tour of the home from your home on your device. And now you're just popping open the folder, the video, content, take them to the MLS listing if you want. Talk about what's great about the house. And then now you're doing basically a shared screen on your device of all the content you have for the home. And once you go live, as you're talking about certain features, bring up the images on your screen, right? Just pop them up and go, oh, here's before and after. I know when we were looking for a home on the MLS, we saw a home, our agent shot us the link, and the photos that were on there were from the very first time it sold. So when we got into the home, it looked nothing like that. And it often is the case. You've got some old photos mixed with new photos, and then you're disoriented because you're like, wait, that's the kitchen? I thought that was the kitchen. This must be an old photo. So this is a great time for you guys to screen share that, do some before and afters, talk about the differences, what's been done, what hasn't been done. And then, of course, if you want, take your game to the next level, you can use some third-party software like BeLive, Ecamm, and of course you can go Zoom as well. But those third-party softwares allow you to live stream, and then you can drop the questions in on top of your presentation or your live video. So those are your 2 different kinds. You've got both a live walkthrough where you're in the home, and then number 2, you are at home and you're just showcasing a folder of videos, images, before and afters, and anything else that you'd like to share via your computer. So that is smart video with your smartphone. Pretty brief one today for you guys, but I like to end on the hour every. This is perfect. So, of course, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything about the video process, feel free to email me. I'm Keith@westusa.com. And then if you are also on social media, which I hope you are, because while you're here, Facebook, Instagram, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Shoot me a friend request. Like you to follow me. I'll follow you back. Love to see what you guys are doing in the way of content. Remember, social media is a 2-way street. So I will engage with you. Look forward to you engaging with me. And of course, what's next week, Tatum? Oh boy, what do we got here? Instagram for real estate professionals. We're doing that one again. All right, cool. I didn't think we were doing that one again, but hey, keep an eye on calendar, our westusacalendar.com. Westusacalendar.com has all of our upcoming classes. My classes are always on Thursdays at 10 a.m., the webinar. We will always front load those and let you guys know what's going to be coming up, as well as send out a reminder. So with that, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Be kind to one another and be safe.